Hello everybody and welcome back to Real Life with MG. How good's my little clap at the beginning? Anyway, I just randomly started doing that and now it's just a thing. So anyway, there you go. Giving you guys a bit of a round of applause. So today I want to speak about something that is very important to everyone. It has to be very important to everyone, and it's something that's overlooked, and that is the power of the mind. And I want to look deeper into this because I touched a little bit on this on my last episode, and it's amazing what happens in life and how many times you think, wow, that's a coincidence. And you know, if you go through life with the mindset of, everything life happens for a reason, it teaches you to be a bit more grateful for everything. And we all know how important gratitude is. And if we can find a way to be grateful in the darker, deeper situations, sorry, something stuck in my throat, then our lives are going to start to become so much better. Because when we hit the low points, sure, it's easy to be flat and negative and down. And if we can think, okay, well, I don't know why, but there is a reason this is happening right around the corner. There must be something positive. And, if that is your attitude, it's how life works out. Trust me, it's how life works out. Why do negative things always happen to negative people, and why do the positive things happen to positive people? There's a reason. It's because the negative things aren't so negative for those positive people. They can turn things around so much easier. I posted on my Instagram a quote, and this quote was a screenshot that I put on my the back of my phone for ages, and it's your reality is a reflection of your strongest beliefs. Now, I've been doing these like Twitter tile things for Instagram, which is just like a quote that most of the time it's just something that I've made up, which means something to me, but sometimes it's something I've seen. I don't know who said this or if anyone said it, but I have seen it before. So yeah, I did steal it from somewhere, but what can you do, sue me? And these tiles that I've been posting on Instagram have been really popular. Like, I don't have too many people sharing my stuff, but with these, people have been sharing them heaps. And annoyingly, I didn't get as many shares out of this one, but I should probably be talking about some of the ones that people are sharing, because they're the ones that people are obviously getting a lot out of. But this is something that I really want people to understand better. The fact, maybe you don't believe this, that your reality is a reflection of your strongest beliefs, but I do. And I feel like it's a really good way to live. For those of you who have been listening for a while, you'll know that my life's been a bit of a roller coaster from a mental health standpoint and business standpoint and family, everything standpoint. My life's been so up and so down. And when I am down and I let it get to me too much, my life just spirals out of control, and it's horrible. But I know that if I can find the lighter side in life and I can try as hard as I can to be grateful in those tough situations and tough moments in life, everything becomes better. My wife and I speak about this all the time, and when she's being a bit negative or when I'm being a bit negative, everything is a drama, everything is an issue, and it's a snowball effect. When we can flip the shit out of that, when we can turn it around, then we can watch the positive stuff happen to our lives. At worst, it's going to make you feel a little bit better. We can walk into our house and think it's a fucking pigsty. We've got to get this fixed. We've got to get that fixed. That's one way of looking at things. Why would we not open the door and have a look at our house and go, oh, okay, the house needs to be a bit tight and that needs to be fixed, but fuck, we're so fortunate to live in such a beautiful area, in a beautiful home, which we were fortunate enough to buy. That's another thing, right? We were fortunate enough to buy. We can look at the fact that our mortgage is expensive, and it gets us down sometimes, but we can also think that, wow, we're so grateful to be in a situation where we were able to afford to buy a home, and one that we want to live in for a long time, and it's going to set our future up, for my family. The next house we buy will be bigger because we would have made money out of this house. And as you can kind of tell, like, it's very easy to change the way you talk to yourself. Your life will change, completely change, drastically change, if we can try and find the positive in things rather than the negative in things. And those people that you bump into, and it's like, it's always a negative. It's like, how are you? And it's like, oh fuck, and it's just negative. But I mean, sure, we can all have a whinge, and we can all be negative from time to time, but people are going to stop wanting to hang around you, and people are going to want to stop asking you how you are if it's always negative. I've been pulled up on this before years ago. I mentioned this in a podcast episode fucking ages ago, but I walked into Fitness First every single day because that's where I worked, and my boss would say, "Hey Matt, how are you?" And anyway, eventually she pulled me aside and goes, "Matt, do you know that every single day I say, how are you? And you say, oh, I'm so tired." I just developed chronic fatigue straight after that. So, which was a, horrible experience. So I actually was tired, but, it's easy to say, oh, I'm tired. Oh, I'm busy. Oh, I'm, flat. It's like, what's the point? All you're doing is bringing negativity to that situation, which is going to bring negativity to the rest of your life. And, if you don't believe that, it's true, because you've had a negative impact on that person straight away. How are you? Tired. What do you want them to do? Oh, are you okay? What can I do for you? And even then, they're having to work harder for you, which they shouldn't have to do. They're just someone who cares about you enough to ask how you are. Anyway, so if we start to spin things around and think about the fact that there are so many positives going on in every situation. Sure, there's the darkest of situations, when someone around you passes away. And fortunately, I haven't had anyone, like, I've had grandparents pass away and stuff, and I had a friend pass away when I was younger and things, and so I haven't had someone super close to me pass away. So please don't judge me about speaking about this, because I'm not telling you to find the positive in that situation. It's not like every single situation you can find the positive in, but every other area of your life, if you can think about, some of the little things that we're whinging about, change the mindset. Some things that don't even fucking matter that we're whinging about, change the mindset. Here's a tip. If you think about something negative, let's replace it with 3 things positive. Example. So what am I whinging about at the moment? It could be, the fact that it's raining right now, right? It's like, oh fuck, can't this rain go away? It's like, well, look, I'm grateful that we've had a week of absolute sunshine, and I had some amazing days. I'm grateful that my lawn's getting some water, and I'm sort of grateful that my son's cross country got cancelled because of the rain, because he wasn't prepared for it. So even see, now I'm having a little laugh. I'm already feeling a little bit better, rather than thinking, fuck, it's raining and miserable outside. So this is so basic, but if we implement some little strategies, some little habits to be more positive, you're gonna live a better life. You're gonna have a better impact on people. Creating habits is so important. Another tip for you is to create habits around happiness. What makes you happy? What makes you smile? Create habits where you're doing more of that in the day, and you're gonna create a happier human. Fuck, I think that's some really good advice right there, which is exactly why I said it. I could say surround yourself with good people, but you guys are probably sick of hearing that. I'll continue to preach that for as long as I live though. Your reality is a reflection of your strongest beliefs. Believe it, guys. Believe it, achieve it. Flick, client and good friend of mine, that's her catchphrase. Believe it, achieve it. The mind is stronger than we think, boys and girls, and the more we believe that, the more positive and more successful your life will be. My guarantee, money back. We haven't paid me any money, but anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If it did anything to you at all, please share it around with your friends. Give me a rating on iTunes, which for some reason isn't working. I know people have screenshotted a rating to me. They've gone, "Oh, I've given you a rating. I love your podcast, blah blah blah," and it hasn't popped up. So I don't know what the hell's going on there, because I love more ratings and it makes the podcast look better and more people can see it and get these great messages. Anyway, much love, everybody. I will see you in the next episode.